In this episode, I talk about the two things I learned from Wonder Woman. Real simple. I walked out of Wonder Woman not just in awe of the movie. I thought the movie was great. I thought that the direction and there was a different sense of optimism than I've seen in DC movies. This kind of responsibility that she felt as a superhero, etc., was different. But I walked away with two different things, and I'd like to share them with you today. So the first thing that I took away was this concept that it only takes one. Diana really just thought different, and her sense of leadership, responsibility, optimism, all of that really just overwhelmed me. And my wife looked at me afterwards and asked if I was crying, and I was a little teary-eyed because I really felt her emotions, and I felt her the sense of innocence that she carried, not knowing how the world could be so harsh and so cruel, and the way that she brought that sense of optimism and inspired others with that. I know it's a superhero movie, I know, but it only took one. It only took one person to show others what that leadership was like. And I think so often there's so much attention on the negative, so much attention on the in the news about all the wrong. And so there's no surprise to me why this movie did so well, because it's you walk away feeling like, wow, there really is somebody different. And without spoiling anything, this is a superhero that really shows another level of caring. And look, I'm a Marvel guy through and through. Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk. I grew up with them. I have all the comic books. I wasn't really brought up on DC, Batman, Superman. But the second part about Wonder Woman that I was really caught by is just simply that she wasn't aware of all of these other temptations, etc., of humans, and even when she looked at man different, it's just she had such an innocent, almost naivete, I think, if that's the expression and the right use of that word here. So I just her look at things, I think, so innocently just caught me and said, what if we looked at things that way too? What if we weren't? What if we didn't have these preconceived notions of the way things are, and felt inspired to change, or to be different, or to give more, or to and I was thinking about this book, The Give and Take, by Adam Grant, in just how she was just so inspired to give. And I think so often that we don't want to make that extra phone call because we fear being rejected, or it's nobody answering. We don't want to reach out to somebody that may need help because we think that they're going to slap away our hand, or we don't want to go the extra mile because well, it might not be worth it. And there's a lot of people out there that are afraid. And I think what happened and why I was caught by this is that simply she was fearless. And I think for so many people, including myself, we face fear all the time. As an entrepreneur, you're overwhelmed with it. Well, if I do this, then it's not going to work. And that sucks. It's being rejected. But what happens is, look, investors in Silicon Valley will have a 10% success rate if they're lucky on investing in angel and startups and venture capital and all that other stuff. 10%. So 1 out of 10 will work. That's insane. This Hall of Fame baseball players will hit and get on base 3 out of 10 times. So to me, it was just this overwhelming reminder that both, and by the way, I'm not even going to get into the gender thing, because I thought she was awesome. Regardless of sex, she was an awesome character, an awesome heroine, but I thought that this overwhelming sense of optimism and fearlessness, I was just struck by it. And so I would encourage you to take that overwhelming sense of unbridled fearlessness and take that and see what happens this week Look, this is something that I'm going to try. I'm going to try to bring in some other guest members maybe later this week to coaching coach, and it's just this is what it's like in the trenches. And I hope you get something away from it. I hope you've seen it. If you've seen it, let me know. Love to see your thoughts and hear your thoughts, read your thoughts. So don't be afraid to comment below, and I'll see you soon.